Good morning, everyone. And I'm back on trail. I woke up this morning, it was like 6 degrees. I was like, I waited a little bit longer from the hostel. But it's probably like 20 degrees now. But the good news is it's supposed to get up to like 31, 32 degrees. But what's more important is the wind has died down. So that is key. That wind was deadly. Oh my gosh. But I'm at Jared's Gap now. And I'm gonna head to Neal's Gap. It's saying here it's 5.2 miles away. I'm probably gonna stop at Neal's Gap and spend a night there. Cause last year I just walked through kind of that area. So I wanna stay at the bunkhouse, see what it's like, so I can tell you guys what it's like. I'm now in that section now though, this 5-mile section, Appalachian Trail, that requires a bear canister if you camp or shelter here. So this is the area. Now the time frame for this is March 1st through June 1st. So if you hike through this area between March 1st and June 1st and you camp or you stay at a shelter, it is required that you have a bear canister. But most people, like last year, we just walked through this area, you know what I mean, this 5-mile section. But if you camp here, you're required to have a bear canister, just in this 5-mile stretch here, just so you know. But you don't have to have a bear canister to hike through it. You're fine with your food bag, but if you camp, you're required to have it. So having said that, on this beautiful, nice, cool morning, I'm gonna get ready to head out. We got the big climb today. Blood Mountain's our big climb today. So it's an iconic spot and it's a big climb. So I'll talk to you soon. So in this section, camping, between March 1st and June 1st, you must have a bear canister, or just walk on right on through to Blood Mountain and beyond. All right, I'm trying to get my GoPro going again. My subscribers needed to give me tips on how to get battery life out of your GoPro. I guess I got to buy extra batteries or something. But, I just have the battery that I bought with the camera, and man, it goes dead really, really quick. I have no control over it. But anyway, we're starting our ascent to Blood Mountain. And as you can see on the video, we actually got a really nice day. I mean, it's cold, but there's no wind. And I'm actually starting to get a little hot. I just took my gloves off, so I'm happy to report that. So I think I'm about 1.5 miles or so from the top of Blood Mountain, and we should be getting really good views up there today. So hopefully I got something nice to show you. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now. One thing about Blood Mountain that does come back to my memory, it's a lot of like stair climbing type of walking. And that was always a big enemy of the big Willie dog. I mean, it was hard enough for me to go up, walking up mountains regularly. But when they come in these step type of things, it exhausts me. Like, it makes my legs really tired. So Blood Mountain's a lot of that kind of walking. It develops into these rock steps going up. But the views up there are spectacular, so the payoff is good. Whoa, I almost fell. All right, boys and girls, we made it to the famous, iconic Blood Shelter. Let me get this my camera. Whew. There it is. Like I said, we just walked through this, and I don't know how good of a shelter this is. They always say it's mice infested, but it does give you shelter. Again, you need a bear canister between the months of March 1st and June 1st. But let's see what we got here. Someone left you a shirt there. Very nice. This is a high point in Georgia, boy. I imagine, in the windy days, the breeze rips through here. But, yeah, this is it. Let's go see the views. We'll see the views here. I'll be right back. Well, here we are. We're at the top of Blood Mountain. And what a beautiful day it is. This is why we tell you never quit on a bad day. Because in a matter of 24 hours, everything can change. So we went from 2 days of negative 15 degrees with the wind chill. And even this morning, when I woke up this morning at 7 o'clock, it was 6 degrees. But now the temperature's climbing to 31 degrees. And I'm starting to strip down a little bit, so it always gets better, and it gets good, and then it will get bad again, and then it will get good again. You just got to get used to this alternative lifestyle that you deal with on the trail. So that's what we say, never quit on a bad day. If you're having a bad day, just get off trail, just like I did. I'm not putting up with negative 15 degrees, so I got off trail and stayed at a hostel. The only thing is, it put me behind schedule, though. You know what I mean? So, but this is the kind of the top of Blood Mountain. I'm sure I'll get better views when I go down a little bit. I think there's some open faces down there. But we're moving on down to Neal's Gap. I'm gonna really enjoy that place when I get there. But a nice day to hike for sure. So we'll talk to you soon. Just another thought I had. In the wintertime, when it's really cold out, when you come on these rock faces, they are glorious because they get warm. The rocks get warm from the sun. So I like to lay down on these in the cold weather. It keeps you warm. But on the flip side of that, in the summertime, they become frying pans. I remember I was climbing up Bear Mountain, New York, and had like a lot of these open face type of rocks. And man, coming across them, being 90 degrees, you're sweating already. And you come across these things, you feel the heat radiating up from them, and you just like run off them. But for now, I love them. I can sit down here for a while. I'm eating some snacks. I'm eating my favorite M&Ms and stuff, and was it a barbecue Frito twist, I think they're called. I love those things, gosh. And I'm enjoying the moment. So, I'll talk to you. Sometimes the camera just can't do it justice of how beautiful the mountains are. Ooh, we got some ice coming up on our trail here. This will be interesting. Ooh. Ow. And look what we got coming up here now. The thru hiker, which I believe anyway, your first milestone. You made it to Neal's Gap and Mountains Crossing. This is a great achievement for you. But folklore says this is where a lot of people quit too. So don't let that be you. And I'll film here when I get to the store. You're gonna love it here. So I'll talk to you in a minute. Oh yeah. Man, I gotta put my pack down at the picnic table over here. And it has an incredible view off this deck. Really nice. I can't believe I'm back. Amazing. I can remember like it was yesterday. Oh yeah. Gotta get my wallet out of my bag. Might be time for me to spend some money. I love that chime bell. And here's a tree where people throw their shoes up in there. Now, one of my subscribers made a good point. It's not that they quit the trail and throw their shoes up in the tree. Otherwise, they have no shoes to wear home. This is more likely the case scenario. They get shoes to start off with, and they don't fit right. And they get new shoes here at the store, and they throw their shoes up in the tree. But having said that, this is a common place where, according to folklore, a lot of people quit because they can get off the trail real easy here. A lot of shuttle drivers and stuff. But yeah, a lot of shoes hanging up in the sky. Wow, look at them all. When you go to Around the Bend Hostel, they got a tree similar to this. That's where I got my new shoes, at Around the Bend Hostel. So, all right, I'll check it out. Let's go inside. Hey, how you doing, bud?
How you doing, Hacker?
Good. I'm just shooting a little video of your store, walking through it. Well, I can't stay here. Their pipes froze and the pipes burst. I gotta find another place to stay. Darn it. Good morning to you all. So today I'm doing Indian Grove Gap to Dix Creek Gap. It's gonna be my last day of hiking. Unfortunately, I couldn't get all of Georgia in because the weather knocked me off. And I got a timeline. I think I got a job at home, so I got a timeline, but I got a decent chunk in. And tomorrow I want to spend the day in Hiawassee, so this will be my last hike to Dix Creek. Dix Creek, I think, is about 8 or 9 miles from North Carolina. I think it's the last gap before North Carolina. I think the next town after Hiawassee would be like Franklin, North Carolina or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm headed up, so I'll catch you later on in the trail. Whew, man. I'm on top of a Tray Mountain now. Funny thing is, like, when I climbed over Blood Mountain, I thought it was easier than what I remembered. I thought when I did it a year ago, it was hard. And don't get me wrong, it's hard, but it wasn't as hard as I thought this time doing it. But having said that, from Unicorn Gap to Dix Creek Gap is harder than I remembered. And man, it's some big hills, so, and I'm just trekking along. It's my last day of hiking, like I said, because I want to go to spend the day in Hiawassee tomorrow, and from there I'm going to jump back on the train and head back to the Jersey Shore. But I'll keep you up to date. The trail's real nice, though. You know, I'm still used to, you know, when I hike towards the end, all the rocks in the trail. And, you know, I always said from Mount Rogers on, the trail is rock. And it's so hard on your feet, makes things so difficult. But Georgia has a nice smooth trail, which is a great plus. It lets you get your legs broken in, you know. And so I like that about Georgia. And Georgia's trails really maintained well by their Appalachian Trail clubs. You know, number 1, the best probably in the whole trail. So, all right, finally I got some downhill coming. I'm really excited for that. And I'm gonna make some time now. So I'll get with you when I'm moaning and groaning on the next mountaintop. I'll see ya. Well, what do you know it? I wasn't paying attention and I walked off on a blue blaze. I was like, God darn it. Now I gotta backtrack. Just gotta keep my head up, I guess. I'm still making the same mistakes I did when I threw height. But, oh well. Oh, coming down. Once you come down from Tray, that was a pretty steep descent, I must say. But now it's leveled off for a little while here, and this feels really nice. So I'm waiting for that next big climb. I know it's coming soon. But right now it's okay. One thing that's helped me in my hiking the Appalachian Trail is sometimes you walk for a while and you don't see any white blazes. And then you kind of go sort of in a panic, like, because, you know, are you on a side trail? Are you in a blue trail? Do I have to go walk back up this mountain to get back on the Appalachian Trail? So what I did is, you know, if I encountered that, I didn't see any white blazes, I would simply turn around and see if there were any white blazes behind me. Because sometimes white blazes favor the Sobos. Sometimes they'll just mark the southern route more than the northern route sometimes. I noticed that a lot in New Hampshire for some reason. You know, sometimes, because New Hampshire, you can get lost really easy. And sometimes you want to see a white blaze for a while, and I start turning around to see if I saw one. And a lot of times I did. And it was a great sign of relief. So, you know, I'm exaggerating this now, but, you know, on this trail here, there's nothing. And I haven't seen anything for a while. But what would I do is I would turn around and say, but there's a white blaze right there. You can see it there. So I know I'm on the right path. Sometimes, you know, one side of the trail just isn't marked as well as the other. But turn around, see if you see a white blaze, And if you don't see a white blaze, I would suggest walking back until you saw one before you get too far off. I remember in New York, I went 1.5 miles off trail one time, and I gotta say, morally, it just destroyed me. I was like, it was so hot, it was like 90 degrees, and I had to walk 1.5 miles back. That's 3 miles total. And mentally, it just, you know, it just made me really angry, and it just destroyed my spirit, you know what I mean? And I was trying to catch Pat Townsend, of course, but just try to be cognizant of the white blazes. If you don't see one for a while, make sure you turn around to see if you can see one. Make sure you get to see one so you don't go too far off trail. Just, you know, just something that I did anyway. So back on the trail I go. Whew. Just got done eating lunch, man. I'm like full. Makes me more tired. I think I'm at the base of, I think it's called Kelly Knob. I think it's the last of my big climb today. And that goes down into Dick's Creek Gap. But I just want to talk about one other thing. You know, maybe it's common sense to a lot of people, but I had to learn it. One is when you're sitting down for a long time, maybe eating lunch or something, and when you get up to leave, when you get up to go, make sure you always turn around and look where you sat to make sure you didn't leave anything behind. Believe me, you know, because sometimes my reading glasses would slide out of my pocket and I would get up and leave and realize I had no reading glasses. But one time, my phone fell out of my pocket and I got up, and I think they call it on YouTube, I heard people call it the dummy check. I don't know if that's right or not, but we'll just call it that for now. You know, I got up, I did my dummy check, and my phone was on the ground. Oh, could you imagine the hardship that would be if I walked off without my phone? Oh my gosh. So I depend on the phone for everything, you know, communications and videoing and the Far Out app, and I'd have to get off trail, go to a store, cancel the phone. You guys know how much trouble that would be. I mean, it's you know, when you get your phone lost or stolen, it's like a disaster dealing with your phone company. But always get up, you know, and, you know, before I go down this trail, that's my trail there, I'm gonna look behind me, make sure I didn't drop anything. And here's an example of something. There. Oh, there it is, my sunglasses. You just never know. Always look when you get up. You never know, can slide out of your pocket. Because, you know, your brain goes numb, you know, after, you know, 15 miles of walking in the extreme heat. Simple tasks become difficult. So get in the habit of doing things out of natural habits, you know what I mean? So you don't even think about it. But I'm going up this hill now. Ugh, I'm dreading it, but it's my last one, I believe. So I'll get back to you on the top. And here we go. Kelly Knob, 1 mile straight up. See you at the top. I just got up Kelly Knob. Hey, man. I mean, the good thing is the trail's not rocky. Well, if the trail was rocky, man, it'd be really difficult. But I don't know why I don't remember these mountains from last year. I don't remember much going down into Dick's Creek Gap. But I'm going to remember it now. Boy, those 3 climbs, there's 3 mountains in a row. I can't remember what they were. You know, Trey Mountain and Indian something mountain and Iroquois, whatever. Kelly Knob on this one. I'm going to head down now. So, catch you there. Ooh, after you climb up all those mountains there, you got a long descent into Dick's Creek Gap. And it's not bad, you know, but I'm all sore and everything. My knees are starting to get wobbly. But we're 0.5 from the gap, and we're 0.5 from the hostel. So excited to say that. So we'll see you in a minute. We did it. We're at Dick's Creek Gap. Now, technically, we didn't finish Georgia. Georgia is another 9 miles, 8 or 9 miles, I think, to North Carolina. But this is the only place for me to get off. If I go straight, then I'll be stuck to go into North Carolina. I think the next trail town's Franklin, which is a pretty cool town, but here it is. You'll be getting off here and we cross this road. The roads are always dangerous to cross in the Appalachian Trail. But this is where, it's a good place to take your first zero, man. So you got two great hostels here. You got Around the Bend, and you have the Green Dragon Hostel. Now, I went to Around the Bend last year, and it's a great place. They got an incredible resupply store for equipment, and, you'll be spending money there probably. And I'm just going by what it was last year, but, they had a continental breakfast. It was a great common area. They had banjos and guitars. They had all kinds of massaging things, massaging guns, things to stick your feet in. And they had the greatest thing of all at a hostel Around the Bend. And that's all their toilets have bidets, which is amazing. Like every single toilet. So, get your ass down there and spray yourself down, man. It's really great. And on the flip side, you got the place I discovered this year, the Green Dragon. That's a smaller place. Right now they house 8 hikers, but I think they're expanding to 14. And they're more one-on-one service. They're going to take care of you personally. And now they are $60 a night at the Green Dragon. I can't remember what Around the Bend Hostel was. I'm guessing around between 45 and 50. But before you make judgments just on price, at the Green Dragon, you get homemade breakfast, which is included in the price, and a homemade dinner, which is included in the price. And I'm telling you, it's great food. I mean, it's amazing. And, the Green Dragon gives you a lot of free shuttles, too, to Unicoi and this one, Dick's. So, you just measure it out, what do you think's best for you, but they're both great. So get that zero in, get rest and relaxation, and you earned it. You earned it. I earned it. I'm all sloppy now, like I'm all out of breath, my knees are wobbly, my gut's hanging out over my hip belt, and oh, my ride's here already. Look at that. That's Donna, I believe. Yeah, that's Donna. So she's my ride home. She's a great person. So let me get you at the hostel so I don't hold her up. Walking the streets of Hiawassee, Georgia. Your first big town off the trail. I'm going to the Hiawassee Brew. So long, Georgia.
For your safety, please watch your step and hold to the railing.
Well, here I am back at the lovely Jersey Shore. And I gotta say, could it ever be a nice sunny day out without cold and rain? Seems like everywhere I go, it's always cold and rainy out, but I'm back, and I wanted to thank everyone for their incredible support for me when I was out in the trail in Georgia. The weather got really cold, and there was a lot of you that were genuinely concerned about me, and I really appreciate that. It's really heartwarming. And the weird thing for me was, hiking alone. I'm not used to hiking alone because, the whole Appalachian Trail, you were with the trail family for the most part. So it was really weird hiking alone. I mean, I hiked alone on the trail, but generally at nighttime, we meet at the same shelter and sleep together. And it was different this time where I was sleeping totally alone. And I saw very, very few people on the trail. Now, I did see hikers in the hostels that I went to. I just didn't really see anyone on the trail. So, but the weird thing was, I can honestly say I was never really alone because I had you guys commenting the whole way I was on the trail. It was just amazing. So your support is just amazing. I feel like, you're there with me. I may be talking to a camera, my phone camera right now, but I really do feel like I'm talking to you personally because you guys respond to me very personally. And it's such a nice feeling. I gotta say, I love all of you very much, and I appreciate all your love and support. And I got some, I was thinking about some plans. I actually got a job, and I don't know how long I'm gonna last in it. I gotta work because I gotta make money. But I gotta say, I like the trail life, the culture, so much more better. I don't know, there's something magical about it that I miss extremely very much. And I want to live it and be a part of it. Although I'm not the greatest hiker, but I could definitely see myself working at a hostel or something like that. I really love that. It's just like hike for fun, here and there, like I did in Georgia. Also, I like to do another section hike. My plan is to do section hikes that people are really curious about. So like Georgia was a really good one because people want to know what they're starting off to. I'm thinking like my second one maybe be like the Smoky Mountains. Maybe I'll do the Smoky Mountains, and then from there maybe like the Roan Mountains, and then from there like Grayson Highlands. All the big ones I'd like to do, and re-hike it now, as someone that already hiked through, and give my opinions on things. I think that'd be pretty neat. Because I remember the Smoky Mountains for me was really hard, really hard, and that's actually a place where I nearly quit the trail. Maybe I'll save that story for another video, but Clemens Dome, the 200-mile mark, was where I almost quit. But I'll tell you in another video why I didn't, and I kept going. But again, I appreciate all of you. Love you all. I want to get this video out today, so I'm kind of a little cold out here now. Gosh, like, can't wait for spring. I can't stand this cold weather. But I'll see you guys on the next video. Love you all, and peace be with you. Bye-bye now.